Hey guys, Carter here with BDS Suspension, and right now we're hanging out in Hollyoaks Off-Road Park in Michigan. Now this truck right here, you might have seen this a few months back. This is the work play concept that we built in partnership with Ford. It was at their unofficial SEMA event in 2020, which seems like years ago. But this truck, we've had some time to put miles on it. We've had time to take it off-road. We've had time to tow with it and actually see what we think of the brand new 2021 Ford F150 with the power boost. This has the hybrid. I gotta say, when we first got this truck, I wasn't sold on it. I gotta say, I didn't really think a hybrid would be a truck I'd be excited about, a truck I'd want to wheel every day. At this point, we've got about 10,000 miles on it, of on-road, of off-road, of towing, of doing everything we normally do with the truck, and it's been phenomenal. We haven't got the fuel economy we wanted towing, but a daily driver going around doing fun stuff that we do with the truck, hauling stuff in the bed, it's everything we want. It's crazy right now because the truck is running. It's silent because it's on electric mode. And then you start driving and then it kicks on, and it's taken a little time to get used to, but it has been a phenomenal truck. It actually gets really good fuel economy when you're not towing a big trailer. So with that, I figured I'd give you a quick walk around this truck, everything we've done to it, kind of what's changed since SEMA, and some things we like and some things we plan to do to it. So let's get into it. All right, so being this truck is a limited, and being it's serial number 2 of the limited, 002, we were pretty pumped to have one of the first trucks from Ford with this new limited package that is a hybrid. We didn't want to change too much of the front end because it's such a clean, classy front end. One thing we did take the regular Ford emblem and we swapped it out for this Putnam one. The cool thing about that is it does light up. So it's got a cool thing whenever you start up the truck. Obviously the truck has a lift kit. We are BDS, so we are going to lift everything we can. But with that, our goal is to maintain the performance, maintain the handling, the ride performance, everything you expect on road and off. So for this truck, we have originally we did a 4-inch kit, we now have it set at 6 inches. So it's a 6-inch lift with the Fox 2.5 Performance Elite Series coilovers. We obviously have the 20-inch Method wheels that just look phenomenal. You don't see enough polished wheels these days, and I just think it offsets this truck with all the brushed accents. So we have Air Design, we have their fender flares on there to give it a little bit extra protection so that these larger tires aren't slinging stuff down the beautiful antimatter blue paint. Coming back, we have the rigid lights here on the mount to get some nice visibility out on the trail. We have these factory steps that make it super easy to get inside the cab, and inside, that's probably my favorite place to be with this truck. The cockpit of this truck is phenomenal. From the custom badging, the massive 12-inch screen, to all the electronics inside, the massager seats. I mean, this truck has the works. With that, let's go check out the back. All right, so if you saw this truck at SEMA, we had it set up a little bit different. At the time, we had a welder, we had a plasma cutter, we had all kinds of accessories in there. Because this truck is the hybrid and it has the 7.2 kilowatts of power right there built into the bed, you can plug in your 220, you can plug in your 110, all of that. So that stuff is not in there right now because your day-to-day, you don't actually need that stuff to drive to the grocery store, to do your errands and go off-road every weekend. So that stuff has been taken out, but it's still a fun setup. So right now we got it set up to where we have our deck system that we in there. I love this deck system because it gives you plenty of weight capacity up top. So you have a nice flat area with tie down points, and you got drawers that pull out so you can put your gear, your storage, and your tools and all that stuff in there. Up top, we have a Yakima rack that is adjustable, so you can, whether you're putting a paddleboard up there or your off-road gears or your ladders for your work site, all that stuff can go up top. We have our rigid lights to give you some extra lighting out wherever it is, the job site or campsite or wherever you're doing. We have these roto packs for additional storage on the outside. We've got the max tracks on the other side so that you have, if you ever get in a situation where you're in loose terrain, kind of like we are right now, and you might get stuck, you can get yourself out. We have a awning right here as well that if you ever need some shade cover out on the trail or at a job site or wherever, it's kind of, once again, it's that theme of work and play, whatever you're using your vehicle for, you have the ability to do that. We have an air compressor right here. In the rear with the suspension, we have our standard lift kit. We have Fox 2.5 Performance Elite Series shocks. They have the DSC adjustment right there, so you can get to it nice and easy to dial in that performance and ride quality, how it goes. The last thing I really like to talk about with the rear of this truck is we have the Ride Tech, the level tow system. We have made a couple tweaks in there to be custom to the BDS application, but this is an awesome setup where if you are going to load a ton of weight in the back of your vehicle, you can actually air up with that air compressor that we already have to air up the bag so you can have the extra load capacity, so you can extra tow capacity, and you can actually use your truck for what it is, a truck. We have had a blast driving it over the last year or so as we really kind of seen what this vehicle is capable of. And we got a lot more planned for it. In the future, it may not stay work play. We may go more overland. We may go more big truck. We're still kind of talking about that, figuring out what the future is of this truck, but we got a lot planned for it. So stay tuned. And for more on BDS suspension, check out bds-suspension.com. Head to our Facebook page, head to our Instagram page. Follow us, like us, do your thing. See you guys.